What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the corner. I am the DM, and as always, I want to talk about well, I mean, you can see it right down here at the bottom of the screen. Yeah. All I'm gonna say before we get started is fucking big ups to this cop. Big ups.
What you think about this.
Since parents, you don't want to raise your kids, I'm going to start raising them. Every time we make an arrest, your kid's photo is going to be put out there. And if I could do it, I'm going to perp walk your kid so that everybody can see what your kid's up to. The second point of this is if I can any way find out that a parent knew what was going on and wasn't doing anything, your is getting perp walked with them. This is absolutely ridiculous.
It is.
Go talk to the families who have lost a loved one in a school shooting. These little knuckleheads think it's funny. Go talk to those parents and see how funny this is. It's not. We're going to come and get you, and we're going to put you out for public embarrassment.
Right, so that is Mike Chitwood, and he is the sheriff of Volusia County, Florida. And his comments there come as the schools in his county have seen a huge number of shooting threats since the beginning of the academic year.
And here's the thing. It's not just his county that's seeing a lot of upticks in, like, threats of school shootings and shit. We've had, like, 4 or 5 of them just this year that have actually gone through with it. And because they weren't taken fucking seriously, people got killed. I mean, I'm sure you all, everyone who's actually watching my videos and everything, I'm sure you remember a video I put out earlier. Let's see, where is it? Oh God, I don't even know where the fuck it is. It was a while ago, I guess. It's one of these. Oh, here it is. This guy. He made threats to shoot up his school. His Discord username was the last name of the Columbine school shooter, but in Russian. He showed enormous interest in various mass shootings, said he wanted to do a mass shooting on Discord and forums, and then the fucking FBI is like, oh, we don't have probable cause. We can't do anything. And then what happened? He went and fucking did it. Right? Or maybe it wasn't that one. No, it was this one. This was the one, sorry. Where they did that. Yeah. And it's just like, and so he goes and he shoots up the school. Like, and that, by the way, this right here, this was the fucking FBI that did this shit. This was the FBI that said they didn't have probable cause. So fucking, already big ups to this guy for doing something.
Thankfully, most of these threats have turned out to be false. They still required law enforcement to spend time and resources costing valuable taxpayer dollars. So Chitwood, he's decided to take the public shaming route to try
and by the way, I think anyone who even makes these threats, regardless of whether they fucking mean it or not, should be thrown in federal prison. I don't give a damn about your fucking age.
Discourage this behavior. And he pretty much immediately followed through with his promise. Just days after that press conference, Chitwood posted a video on...
I wish they didn't fucking blur this dude's face. I wish they didn't. This dude deserves to have his face fucking shown to the world for making these threats.
Numerous social media platforms of officers perp walking an 11-year-old boy who made threats to shoot up his middle school and had written a list of names and targets, with his office also sharing the boy's name and mugshot, as well as a picture of a table full of airsoft rifles, pistols, fake ammunition, knives, swords, and other weapons they recovered that he had been showing off to other students in a video.
And now, mind you, I'm sure there are going to be people that are like, oh, they shouldn't show his face. They shouldn't. Why are they giving his name out? Why are they doing this? Oh my God. It's because he doesn't deserve any kind of leniency. That's why. If you make a threat to shoot up a school, I don't give a fuck if you're 3 or if you're the president of the United fucking States. You deserve nothing but to be thrown in federal prison for life. End of fucking story. This shit is not fucking acceptable. If you make threats of violence, the only fucking thing you deserve is to be locked up and never released. Because you don't fucking deserve it.
The 11-year-old told police that he was only joking about the school shooting.
Doesn't
they still
matter.
Charged him with a felony for making...
Yeah. This is why I booted up OBS, is this right here. Okay? He was charged with a felony. This is what needs to fucking happen. And I hope they fucking try this little shit as a fucking adult. Because he doesn't deserve leniency. You want to make threats to shoot up a fucking school, you're gonna be fucking treated like a fucking psychopath that fucking wants to do this shit. Your age doesn't fucking matter anymore. You're a fucking sociopath that deserves nothing but to be fucking locked up and thrown in fucking jail and the key to be fucking destroyed. Not thrown away, because that means it can be found and you can be released. Your key deserves to be fucking destroyed so that you can never be released.
Making a written threat of a mass shooting. And then, just yesterday, Chitwood posted another video as well, as later sharing mugshots and names of officers perp walking to 16 and 17-year-old kids who had also joked about shooting up their school on Snapchat. So what we've seen is that both of these videos, though especially the one of the 11-year-old, they have gotten a ton of traction online, gaining national attention. And while Chitwood's name and shame approach here might be unique, he is not the only law enforcement official cracking down on kids who have been driving an uptick in these kinds of threats nationally since the mass shooting in Appalachia High School in Georgia. I mean, just looking at Florida alone, officials in Broward County, where the Parkland shooting took place.
So here's the thing. This is one thing that I want to just kind of point out, right? The Uvalde school shooting, which I covered, happened quite a while ago. I think it was like 2020 or 2022. It was like either 2 or 4 years ago, right? And back then, people were calling on like not just law enforcement, because the law enforcement that responded to Uvalde school shooting was fucking atrocious. I don't give a damn about their fucking policy, right? So ever since then, people have been like, oh, why is it easy? But watch. Now that he's done this, Philip's going to talk about all the backlash they're receiving because they name and shamed a fucking 11-year-old. Fuck all of you. This shit should have happened after the Columbine school shooting. It didn't. Then another school shooting. Then another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another. And children constantly sacrificed for nothing. Nothing. The Uvalde school shooting, my entire video, I screamed so much in that video because of all the fucking retardism that fucking happened that my voice almost went out. Because of all the fucking retardism that fucking happened. It's insane. But you know what? Nothing fucking changed. Nothing. So finally, something is happening, and I hope more people, in fact, I hope the entire fucking United States justice system, every single fucking cop starts doing this shit. And every single one of these little fucks that make these threats, fucking real or not, get slapped with a fucking felony. Because you know what? Felonies don't disappear off your record. And there are a lot of companies that if you got a felony like this, a violent one, they won't hire you. Full stop. And you know what? You could try and process that shit in court, but you're going to lose it every fucking time.
They said earlier this month that they have arrested 9 students over violent threats. Meanwhile, earlier this week, the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division announced that it had charged a whopping 21 for making, quote, extremely serious threats targeting schools.
Good.
One official saying school threats are not a joke. Law enforcement takes every threat seriously, and everyone needs to understand.
No. No, you don't. This right here, this is a fucking lie. Because if they took them seriously, every single motherfucker that had ever made a threat would have been grabbed and fucking thrown in jail for making the threat. Instead, we have the FBI going, well, we didn't have probable cause. After the only investigation they did was they asked the father and son if he made it. They both said no, and they're like, well, no probable cause, we can't do anything. So no, law enforcement doesn't take all of them seriously. They're taking them seriously now, but they don't take all of them seriously.
that there are serious consequences. And in recent weeks, we've also seen authorities in Northern California, Indiana, Arkansas, and other states each arresting and charging multiple kids. Right? And this commitment to crack down on students who make threats to schools is actually super significant because in the past, law enforcement officials have been limited in their ability to respond to threats of possible violence. And as the New York Times explained in a recent article following the Appalachia shooting, if a crime has not been committed or a subject does not meet the criteria to be sent for an involuntary mental health evaluation, the case is often...
And this is why. This is why they don't take them seriously. It's because you have to actually do the crime or meet some retarded fucking criteria that is so fucking outdated and stupid that it was made in the fucking early 1900s. Like, that's how fucking outdated this horse shit is.
Closed. But adding, the sheer number of shootings in the United States, however, has led to a nationwide push to rethink traditional policing when it comes to threats of mass violence. With that,
now, here's the thing. I pulled this up when I covered the Uvalde school shooting, right? And mind you, this only goes up to 2009. Right? So, I don't know why this is out of order. It shouldn't be. But anyways, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Like, look at this shit. Look at this. Like, the uptick? Are you stupid? Oh, look, we actually have some from 2018, right? 2019, 2020, right? Like, this is over 100. And a lot of these were committed like 2019, 2020, fucking recently.
and then specifically including increased efforts to identify troubling behavior, monitor it, and intervene before violence can happen.
So you want to monitor troubling behavior? I'll tell you what troubling behavior is. When someone goes onto the forums or onto Discord and says, "I want to commit a mass shooting. I want to commit a school shooting." That's troubling behavior. No, actually, that's underselling it. That is sociopathic behavior. Troubling, in this sense, would be when someone goes and searches up how to commit a school shooting. The Columbine school shooter's last name in Russian. Those are troubling. Honestly, those alone should get you locked up.
Can happen. So these increased arrests, they're an important part of that effort to focus on prevention, not only because they actively stop potential violence, but also because they send a message to others that even fake or joke threats will be treated seriously. Though this also, as I will say, it's unclear if it will actually be effective. Or because while it might deter the number of kids making false threats and save law enforcement some money on that front, there's a question of will this actually discourage students who are actually serious about taking violent action? Because
well, see, here's the thing. If they actually act on this, if they send the message that we are going to act on this the moment we learn about it, yes. But if they send the message of we're only going to do this if we think you might actually be a threat based off of some retarded criteria that was made in the 1900s, then no.
While these arrests and these threat assessments, they handle one part of the issue, another root cause, it's guns and the access that high-risk kids have to them. But for now, we'll have to wait and see if, any of these prevention tactics help. And in the meantime, of course, I'd love to know.
Having access to guns, I'm ending this right here. Having access to guns does nothing. It doesn't fucking matter. Having access to guns won't stop criminal activity. Why? Because they are criminals. They are, by definition, not caring about the law. They're actively going around the law. So whether or not they have access to guns doesn't actually fucking matter. That shouldn't be a fucking criteria. What should be a criteria is, did they make the threat? Yes, arrest them. Throw them in jail, charge them with a felony. Ruin their entire life because they wanted to try and threaten to shoot a school up. End of story.
Your thoughts on everything, but especially on Chitwood's public embarrassment strategy. And then it finally happened.
All right, I'm gonna pause and maybe. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna end this here because Yeah. Also, Nintendo is suing Power World not because of copyright, because of patents. None of the information has been disclosed. I'm just gonna be skipping this story because this is a non-story. This means absolutely nothing. We know nothing about the lawsuit other than it's over patents. So yeah. Anyways, that's all for this video. Hopefully I don't have to make another video today because I'm going to be honest, at least not about this because like, I'm going to be honest. Oh my God. So yeah. Anyways, thank you all for coming to my corner. I've been the DM. If you liked the video, hit like, hit subscribe. If you didn't like the video, hit dislike and leave a comment. Let me know why you defend school shooters. I'll see y'all next time.